So today I feel called to share with you 5 effective ways that can support this journey that you are on, along with practical tips and self-help questions that can ease this transition from 3D to 5D consciousness. Number 1, releasing attachment to the old paradigm. Now this is all about letting go of fear and control, of those self-limiting beliefs, of those patterns, that unresolved trauma. And as you move through this shift, these things will be brought to your awareness, as well as other stuff, through things, situations, people, scenarios, or past memories. So what you can do is you can start off by reflecting on areas of your life where control and fear dominate, where negative patterns and negative thinking, habits, self-limiting beliefs are hindering your growth. And this could be in your career, in your relationships, or your financial situation. And become aware of where you're perhaps gripping on too tightly or resisting change. And you can ask yourself these following questions. What fears are holding me back from stepping into my fullest potential? What am I afraid of? Where have these thoughts come from? In what areas of my life am I trying to control the outcome rather than trusting the process? Does this support or align with my values, goals, and the life I am now trying to create? And often these sort of things come from living in survival or from childhood trauma and conditioning. And try to identify why you are sensing and feeling this fear. Is it fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear of being abandoned, fear of not being loved, and just fear of, thinking, well, if I take that step, then what's going to happen? So it's almost like, yes, fear of the unknown, but it's not also fear of not being safe in your own body. Trusting your own instinct and your own intuition and your own ability that, everything is going to be okay. And as you move forward, shedding layers of the old consciousness and you transition to higher frequencies of 5D consciousness is essential to release and let go of these attachments. Because often what happens is that when we're living on autopilot, we start to take these little things, these little fragments, and start to identify them as who we are. They become part of our identity. So in order to differentiate between the two, one of the things that you can do is to call your energy back, to call all that fractured energy back to you. And the video to help you do that, I will link that in the video in the description box below, And in that video, I'll share with you 3 steps that if you apply them, you'll be able to consciously shift and change your reality. Engaging in daily activities like mindfulness, grounding exercises, journaling, meditation, and shadow work can also help bring your awareness to what you're thinking, feeling, and doing, because 90% of the time, this is what governs our daily actions, especially if we're living on autopilot. But now the time has come for you to wake to your potential and to set some time aside and to affirm to yourself, I let go of what I cannot control and trust the process of life, knowing that the universe is guiding and supporting you every step of the way. You could ask yourself, what would it feel like to really let go and to fully surrender to the flow of life, trusting that everything is going to unfold for your highest good? And I want you to think about that for a moment, because sometimes it's not an easy thing to do, but I want you to imagine that you can be free as a bird when you release and let go of the old paradigm. When a bird is flying and it's soaring in the sky, it has to trust in its ability of its wings to carry it from one place to another. And even when it's flying, it can't see the other tree or the other branch or the other roof that it needs to settle on. But it keeps flying because it knows that something will be there for it to land on. And it's almost like that, you got to kind of trust in your ability to kind of trust and just go with the flow of it. Just like the bird is going with the flow of the wind. And along the way, it might see other birds flying in the same direction. And then that bird thinks to itself, you know what, that's my synchronicity, that's my clue, that's my sign that I'm going in the right direction. So it's almost kind of like having that kind of unwavering trust and surrender. And as you shift into higher frequencies, and in particular 5D consciousness, trust will become your guiding force, as this will enable you to surrender to the flow of life, and understand the interconnectedness of all things and trust in the universe's plan. And all of this will then allow you to move forward with ease as you go through this transition and as you go through this process. And you can start small by allowing uncertainty to be present in your daily actions, especially if you feel like you need to have everything planned out and you need to, in particular, control the way things are. Allow for a little wiggle room, trust the process and be like, you know what, I'm just going to see what happens and just go with the flow of it. Be spontaneous and just see what comes your way. And when you let go and release, accept that as you, as a vibrational being, shift in vibrational frequency, there will be certain things, people, objects, relationships, jobs, ways of thinking and being and doing that will also fall away. That isn't in vibrational match or alignment with where you are now. And that's okay. Accept it as part of your growth and your evolution here on earth. And when you do that, understand and know that this will make space for new aligned opportunities to come your way, whether that's through meeting different people, opportunities, projects, things, synchronicities coming your way. Number 2, adopting a mindset of unity and heart-centered living. So you can start embodying compassion by practicing kindness, forgiveness, and unconditional love, and especially with yourself, because often it's so easy to give it out to other people, and rather than nurture your own soul or understand what your soul needs, because often we can be so self-critical of ourselves, self-judgment, and be really hard on ourselves for exhibiting old ways. So understand that it's okay to, give yourself some of that compassion as well, rather than looking for external people to give it to you, step into your own power and be like, you know what, I'm going to do this for myself, and move forward, understanding that everyone is on their own path and that it's okay to have ups and downs. And you might even feel the interconnectedness of everything and feel like, you're part of a greater whole, and maybe even feel more aligned with certain people because you share the same value and experiences, and understanding the interconnectedness of everything. And to create that sense of unity, you can also join spiritual groups, community projects, meditation circles, or online communities where they share that sense of growth and service. Because having a tribe that understands what you're going through can be very reassuring. And I often try to create a sense of community here on my channel, so feel free to share what you're going through, where you are on your journey, or what's helped you. And I love reading your comments, and wherever I can, I always try to offer my support and guidance to help you on your path. And you can also ask yourself, what are some of the ways that I can foster a sense of unity with those around me? Even if they think differently from me. Because even if somebody is around you who doesn't understand what you're going through and they think and believe something different, accept it as part of their journey and their life experience that they've come here to have. And be like, okay, you know what, that's true for you, but it doesn't have to be my true. Especially when it comes to these sort of spiritual and esoteric and mystical experiences, often it's very difficult to explain to somebody else what they're going through. So finding another community online or joining a spiritual group in your community can really help you and ease this transition. Number 3, embracing higher frequencies of love and compassion. Now, as you go through this transformative shift, those dark night of the soul moments, those challenging periods, it can be very easy to fall back into judgment, fear, anger, pain, or resentment, and therefore becoming that much more challenging to rise back up. So here it's about actively trying to cultivate compassion, love, and kindness in your daily activities. This means moving beyond division, moving beyond why this is happening to me kind of thinking, and practicing kindness, forgiveness, and understanding, even with those who you might disagree with or with those who have wronged you. And this is not about forgiving or forgetting about what's happened, but it's about freeing yourself of that baggage, that heavy burden, those heavy emotions that you have been carrying around with you. So one of the ways that you can help yourself ease this transition is by checking in and understanding who's in the driver's seat. Is it the ego and the pride, or is it your higher self that's leading the way? And when it comes to compassion, it's also being compassionate with yourself, accepting and acknowledging what you are going through, what you are feeling, because it's about feeling to heal. And accepting that what you're going through is okay, if it takes a bit of time. Understanding that you are a work in progress and growth comes from discomfort. And you can then move forward, making decisions from a heart-centered place, focusing on actions that affect your well-being, the well-being of others and the planet as a collective consciousness as a whole. Working on raising your vibrational frequency through positive actions, thoughts and feelings, practicing gratitude, spending time in nature, eating clean, moving your body, and doing daily affirmations. Number 4. Vibrational awareness and spiritual practices. So begin to consciously observe and shift your energy. This is about paying attention to the people around you, your environment and your situation. See and observe whether they either uplift you or drain your energy. And as things are brought to your awareness, regularly writing down your thoughts, feelings and emotions will allow you to better understand your inner landscape. Because sometimes it can become too much, it's overwhelming, or sometimes there's nobody to turn to. And getting everything out is a great opportunity for you to reflect on your emotions, any patterns and any resistance that comes up. Engaging in activities like breathwork or breath awareness can also help you raise your vibrational frequency. For example, doing the 4-7-8 breath awareness, which is breathing in for 4, holding for 7, and then exhaling for 8, can help really bring that sense of calmness to your mind and ground your energy, bringing your awareness to the present moment of now, and enable you to then access deeper layers of consciousness and connect with yourself, just centering your energy. You can also do guided meditation, silent meditation focusing on your breath, chakra-based or nature meditation, helping you to tap into higher states of consciousness, bringing a sense of calm, slowing down the noise, and bringing you closer to those subtle whispers of your higher self and higher frequencies. And this will open you up to the flow of divine guidance and clarity. And nature meditation also enables you to tap into the natural elements to support your spiritual connection. And you can do this for 10 to 15 minutes, and it can do wonders for you. You can also elevate your energy by spending some time in nature, dancing or listening to some uplifting music, or practicing energy healing, whether that's through Reiki, frequency music, sound healing, or quantum healing. And if you want to know more about higher self quantum healing, then I will put the link in the description box below. And this is like having a direct line to your higher self through which you can gain clarity on what you're looking for, clearing away any emotional, energetic or trauma blocks, healing and understanding yourself at a deeper level. You can also participate in morning or evening rituals. You can start the day off by a guided meditation, a prayer, intention setting. And this could be you saying, today I connect and align with my higher self and allow divine guidance to lead my actions. And in the evening, you can reflect on your experiences. You can ask yourself, what did I encounter today? What happened today that allowed me to grow? And then you can also set some affirmations for the following day, or 3 gratitude examples that you can tap into that gratitude energy of the day. These practices can help you stay grounded and act as little reminders as to why this is happening to you and why you chose this path of awakening, especially if you've been feeling a little bit lost, disconnected and overwhelmed with life. And this can really help center your energy. And then if you want to take it one step further, then you can look at quantum healing or, study metaphysical teachings that can support you and give you that deeper understanding of the universal truths. There's loads of online resources, spiritual texts, online communities of books that you can access. You can also explore metaphysical teachings, read and study spiritual texts. There's loads of online resources that are available to you, or communities that you can join to understand the universe's truths and to take it that one step further if you wish. Number 5, living in alignment with a new paradigm and your soul's purpose. So the Age of Aquarius invites us to move away from societal conditioning and calls for you to tap into your authentic true nature, calling for you to reflect on your passions, your gifts and your purpose in life. And often people think that they only get one purpose in life, but it doesn't have to be that way. Follow what excites you, follow the thread of excitement and see where life takes you. And you will naturally be drawn to and feel called to something that excites you and that makes you feel alive. And then you will naturally start taking daily actions that match this higher calling, and your soul will lead the way. You can also start prioritizing, service, creativity, gratitude, and purpose over material consumerism, over that negative narrative, over those old ways of thinking that are really keeping you stuck and not really, firing anything up inside you, that are not doing anything to your vibration, shifting away from that societal based thinking and moving to the idea that the universe is abundant and that manifestation is not driven from fear or lack. Navigating through this evolutionary period can be challenging, but also rewarding and transformative. And by embracing these practices, you can move away from those lower, denser energies of 3D into higher frequencies of 5D consciousness, and allowing for a more peaceful, heart-centered and abundant life. And then also contributing to the greater collective awakening associated with the Age of Aquarius. I hope you found value in today's video. Let me know in the comments how you are getting on, and I will see you soon. Take care. Much love. Namaste.